Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 78 of the Battleship Brawls Season 4 tournament. This episode we've got the Goliath class by Pickmug going up against the Limited Potential by the Shadow Kick. It is important to note that the Limited Potential has 2 losses, so a loss here means it will be eliminated from the tournament. However, the Goliath is 1-1, so whatever happens, it will continue on after this. Let's go ahead and get this battle underway since we've seen both of these ships before. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Limited Potential getting the first hits in. Barely grazing the side of the Goliath, though. Goliath's return fire. A couple shells fell short, didn't connect. The other ones did. But, oh, it actually blew a pretty big hole, but it was, wow, quickly repaired. Quite quickly filled right back in. Oh, that turret took a shot directly to the face. That is a dead turret. Did not block that shell at all. The armor completely failing to protect that gun. Oh, but it looks like one of the Goliath class's guns have also been popped off. Probably the the little secondary gun here on the side. Goliath class at 97%, Limited Potential at 98%, pretty close match. Man, a lot of the Limited Potential shells falling short there, going underneath the Goliath. Another volley heading over there to the Goliath. That one looks pretty good. That's going to connect solidly. Well, 1 shell went over, it looked like, maybe 2. Still a pretty solid hit. Ooh, I think that was another hit to the, yep, Limited Potential losing another gun. It's lost 3 of its 4 turrets. Which is also going to burn through its repairs as it tries to pretty much futilely bring them back online. If it even gets that. Oh, the other gun taking a direct hit. The Goliath class just sniping out the Limited Potential's weaponry. Those turrets proving quite fragile in the face of the Goliath's firepower. There we go. The Limited Potential has been shoved under the water. Like the explosions from the Goliath's shells and the contact with the Goliath's hull are shoving the Limited Potential down into the water, and it got an 80% in sinking despawn. So that is going to be the end of round 1 here. Go ahead and get things loaded in for round 2. And we'll get this battle underway and see if the Goliath has the Limited Potential's number, or if maybe it just got a little bit lucky with those pretty much, you know, snipes straight to the enemy turrets. Oh, that's a much better first volley from the Limited Potential, that's for sure. Those are going to land solidly, taking out this secondary gun before it even gets a chance to aim, let alone fire. Also damaged one of the barrels of this primary gun. That, oh, it also took out this you know, secondary. Yeah, that was a hell of a good first volley for the Limited Potential. Limited Potential lost some barrels off its front gun. Oh, and this rear gun just took a good hit though, and has been disabled. It doesn't look like the damage is too terribly serious. It is possible that that could be brought back online, especially since the Limited Potential has a pretty substantial repair rate. But we will see if that actually happens. Well, it's aiming again at the very least. Oh, well, maybe it was never disabled. It was just out of its firing arc. No, you know, knowing my luck, I said something and then the game's gonna. Oh, Yeah, about that turret getting repaired, never mind. Alright, Goliath class down to 94.6%. Limited potential down to 95.7%. Very close match thus far. Oh, direct hit to that rear turret. And another. And another. Making sure that turret is good and dead. Oh yeah, there's literally nothing left but the turret block. That is a dead turret. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is a dead turret. Oh, limited potential has lost another one of its forward guns here. This one is still aiming and it fired, but all of its barrels are pretty much gone. The gun seems to still be functional though. That rear turret coming back into the mix. Pumping some shells into the deck of the Goliath there. Oh, those shells fell short. That's a shame. How do you miss that close? Goliath still has a lot of weapons left, and the match is up. Pretty much a tie right now. I mean, by the rules, it is in draw territory, but what I mean is the health points of both ships are, you know, less than 1% apart. They keep seesawing back and forth. Ooh, I think I heard some secondary explosions going off inside the Goliath there. Oh yeah, those shells from the limited potential get deep. Oh, that rear turret on the Goliath seems to be disabled. Whoa. A little bit of a freeze up there. Oh, that whole turret just fell off. That's a lot of hit points. That is a massive turret to lose. Oh, man. Oh, and confetti. Yeah, suddenly this is very much in the favor of the limited potential. Just knocking off that one turret made a huge difference. Oh, did that shell just over-penetrate through the whole thing, or did it... I think it's bounced over the deck of the Goliath or something. That'd be one hell of an over-penetration. How do you miss? How do you miss this close? Oh, that wing turret here just took a pretty hefty hit. I don't think it's functional anymore, if it was before that anyway. Oof, limited potential getting shoved back by the force of that explosion. Game's slowing down a bit here as the ships get in too close a proximity. Seems the limited potential's rear gun is not able to aim at whatever the AI has chosen for a target. And now it is, and now it isn't. Is this forward turret still functional? Looks like it has a barrel at least. That blew a solid hole. Ripped out a solid chunk of the limited potential's armor there. The limited potential is just about out of materials to repair with. Oh, those guns are basically just staring down this rear turret. Actually, it looks like they're aiming more for the fantail, but the image of them just staring down the barrel of each other's guns, just, I like it. They've pulled apart now that frame rate's gotten better. Things are moving nicely. still at 92.6%. Goliath down to 76.5 or 75.5 HP. Oh, just had another turret get blown off. I think most of its damage is just losing its guns. Its hull isn't that bad off. I mean, yeah, it's definitely damaged, but just this turret getting blown off was the critical turning point of this round. And there we are. That is the end of round 2 with the limited potential victorious this time around. So we're going into round 3, and since this is currently a tied match, the 5% rule does not matter. Whoever has the most hit points when this is all said and done, it will be the victor. Let's go ahead and find out who that's going to be. The limited potential going home, or is it going to get a stay of execution? It did get a pretty lucky and powerful first volley in round 2 there, and this looks like it's going to be another one. It was at least a solid hit. Don't know if it actually did any real damage. Looks like it may have damaged this forward gun, the secondary there, but not entirely sure. Second volley coming in. And more over penetrations, it looked like that, or just straight up misses. Probably over penetrations, judging by those shell arcs. But it could have that could have been the water. Let's go ahead and take a look at the limited potential, see how she's doing. So far, only some barrel damage to a couple of the guns. This gun's got kind of had a bit of a kink in its positioning there, but you know, it fixed it. And by it fixed it, I mean it got its barrel shut off. Hits coming in and landing against the bow of the limited potential. Ooh, that shell skipped off the water right into the face of that gun. I think she's done, folks. Some pretty serious damage in there, but it's possibly recoverable. But only if the limited potential gets some damage in on the Goliath and knocks out some of its guns. So many misses from the limited potential. It would do so much better if its shells actually hit and didn't over-penetrate. It has some serious issues with water skipping, with missing, over-penetration. Oh man, we are getting some hefty FPS stuttering. Oh, those shells got a lucky bounce though and went right into the face of that turret. And the cap has popped off, or maybe possibly even the whole turret. Yeah, that's the whole turret gone. That is a big hit point and firepower loss right there. Just like it was in the first round. Why have all the guns stopped aiming? Except for those forward ones. It's not AI dead. It's definitely within the firing arc. Uh-oh. I think the Goliath has had some AI troubles. It's not AI dead, but it's dead in the water, and most of its weaponry is not aiming. The limited potential may have scored a critical hit. Yeah, its propellers aren't spinning. I don't hear the sounds of any engines running. So I don't know if the engines were just destroyed, or it's just weird that it went dead in the water and all of its weapons except these like forward 2 guns went limp at the same time. That definitely sounds like an AI mainframe somewhere got hit. Limited Potential has just finished up using all of its materials for repair. You know, pretty much. It had technically had 6 materials left when I said that, but you know. It looks like this forward turret has 1 functional gun, maybe. But it's not actually aiming, so whether that firing piece is functional or not is kind of irrelevant if the turret doesn't aim it. Goliath doesn't have much of a repair rate, so it might take it quite some time to fix whatever caused it to, you know, basically get knocked out with a knockout punch. An extremely critical blow landed somewhere. I want to take a peek in here and see if I can't see anything telling. Oh. As I get blasted by friggin' explosions. Oh, well, here are some, are those repair bots, or those look like, the hull exhaust blocks, yeah. And you can see some engine in there, so the engine definitely got wiped out. I wonder if there was an AI in that space as well. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. It was a completely legal fight, legal blow. Limited Potential is just free to pound on the Goliath until nothing is left. Or time runs out, whichever comes first. Alright folks, there we are. The timer has run out yet again. The Goliath survived with 55.3% health. If that last shell that it skipped over had hit instead of missing, it probably would have been destroyed. But doesn't matter either way, because the Limited Potential is going to get the win here and manage to stay in the tournament. But now the Goliath has 2 losses, and it's at risk of being eliminated. So we'll have to see how that goes in future matches. For now, make sure you head down into the description to give a vote on the Hall of Beauty links for these 2 vessels, yes or no, whichever one you think. It does make a difference. You know, and I had something else to say, but it slipped my mind. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.